Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Isaac Grace, the Millennial Hope Dealer, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel today. This lesson that we're going to talk about is when I realized that building a legacy was very, very important. And if you like this video, all I ask you to do is like, comment, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, pass this message on to somebody that can see this valuable. So when I actually realized that building a legacy was very important was back in 2013. During unfortunate times, we lost my grandmother. My grandmother was the CEO of our last names, literally, meaning that she's the one who brought us together as a family. During the holiday seasons, it was always hosted at her house, and she was just loving, she was caring, she took us on vacation, and she was just the backbone of the family. And when she lost her life, it really opened my eyes up to why legacy building is important. So during her funeral service, after we got done viewing the body and headed to the burial site, there was a delay in the burial process. And I was confused. I didn't really know what actually happened. But a few years ago, my father kind of enlightened me on the situation. And I actually found out that her entire funeral service was not paid off. So they were not going to bury my grandmother until they got all of their money. So the family had to scramble together to pull dollars together from friends and people that was at the funeral just to bury my grandmother. What was so unfortunate about this was the fact that my grandmother was pretty successful in her life. She was a nurse. She worked for over 25 years. She made good money. She went on vacation. She traveled. She always had nice cars. But unfortunately, she did not prepare for her death. And that left our family scrambling around. Our family fighting for what they think they should have or who should get this versus this. When my grandmother could have actually, through a will, wrote that out with instructions on who gets what. So a year after my grandmother's death, I actually got into real estate investing. I started learning about legacy, generational wealth, all of them things, and it really made me reflect and revisit this relationship or this situation with my grandmother. And what I realized is that my grandmother had the right spirit of being a family woman and being loving and caring to her family, but my grandmother unfortunately failed us because she did not prepare for her death. She did not build her legacy. What is legacy? Legacy is what you leave behind for your heirs. And what instructions do you leave behind for your heirs? I personally feel like if my grandma left me something, whether it was a property, a business, even if it was a letter of motivation or inspiration, I feel like that would give me a deeper purpose or a deeper calling in life. So through her mishappenings, I want to make sure that the next level or the next future generation does not deal with the same sorrow or trouble that I faced. It took me a long time to find myself as a young adult. There was no purpose, there was no calling in my life. So I feel like if I had that personal instruction from the CEO of our last name, that would be the motivation and the push that I would need to keep going forward. But I was able to pick myself up, use this situation as motivation, and starting to build my legacy. So I'm buying real estate, I own multiple companies, I'm starting to get my will in place, I'm starting a retirement plan, I'm looking into life insurance, looking to protect my kids, so that when I pass away, my family does not have to bicker and fight about who gets what, because that's my job to tell them who gets what and what do I want them to do with the things that they receive. So my lesson for you watching this video isn't so much about the death, but it's about understanding that you can do everything right in life, or at least feel like you're doing everything right in life. But if you're not preparing for your death, understand that you are failing your children coming after you and their children. So if we truly want to see a change in our culture and you want to see a change in your last name, it starts with what you're doing now to prepare for your death. So if this video makes sense to you, or this video actually helps you understand why it's so important to build the legacy, again, all I want to do is like, comment, share, subscribe. Talk to me in the comments about what you plan to leave behind for you and your family, for your heirs. What do you plan to leave behind for them? Thank you for checking out this video, and I'll see you in another one soon.